What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Parasyte, this time with episodes 15 and 16. Last time's episodes were really good, especially episode 14. I really enjoyed the end of the episode with Tamiya Ryoko, and the whole lecture I thought was really interesting. But yeah, just seeing how kind of strange Ryoko's becoming in terms of like the maniacal laughter and so on, and the whole baby situation again, super interested in. Also, we're having a quite a big focus on the personal investigator she hired, so looking forward to keeping up with that as he's in quite the precarious situation right now. Do let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. Let's get right into it. Oh, is someone now investigating her? Just the government, do you reckon? We know the government have been following a few people, Shinichi of course. What is this woman doing going to this building with a random guy? So this guy actually looked pretty, like, he had a big smile on his face. I know that they can replicate human faces. We saw that fail a little bit, honestly, with Ryoko last week. She just made some creepy ass faces trying to replicate human emotions. But the smile he made to that woman seemed pretty kind of like, well, obviously it wasn't genuine, but it seemed pretty genuine. He seemed like he was upbeat, happy guy from far away. I thought he would be human. Although, why would Ryoko be meeting with a human? I don't actually think we've seen. Have we seen Ryoko eat anybody? Maybe very early on, but I can't remember if we did. I'm not sure we did though. Have we ever seen her eat a human? Nothing that stands out in my head. It's interesting. She's just, again, she's one of my favourite characters so far. She's just super interesting. And she is, I think, going to be a vital part of whatever goes down in the show. Obviously, I think that guy we see in the opening there is going to be like the big bad or whatever. But I feel like, again, she has got a very important role with all her research and such. Ooh. As I mentioned last week, this guy's enemies are actually, or the people he's investigating are actually the people that he should probably try and ally with. Or yeah, or he should just leave all the shit behind, because we saw his family last week. He's got a little girl, for God's sake. Familiar smell. Yeah, that was a quick 20 meters. Bentoji-san. He's got a bento, has he? Fucking girls, bro. Yeah, you shouldn't have gone here. Why do these girls keep coming here? Damn.
ここで相談しながら二人三脚をやっていては負ける。奴の歯の動きが見えるな。ああ。すげえ。なんて速さだ。君は相手の攻撃を避けていればいい。いつかみたいに素手で倒そうなんて考えるなよ。素手で勝てるのか。なかなかいい動きだ。これなら馬の差で勝つな。誰が馬だって
You are now the mount. I guess that's what they were essentially doing anyway, weren't they? Mounting and controlling the human body. Nice. Nice little slice in half. That reminds me of the first Terrifier movie. With the blonde girl. If you guys want to watch that, I will warn you if you haven't watched any of those movies, that is literally a girl getting cut in half. And it's as gory as it sounds. Actually, it's probably worse than I make it sound. Not a fantastic movie, but there's some good moments. Again, that's quite like gang related, that isn't it? Like sending a message. You need to destroy that evidence. Kind of that video going about. I was going to mention during that scene the fact that it's quite crazy nowadays. People can just live stream and just instantly upload a video like that, whereas in these days it wasn't as easy. If you're in the situation, you could just upload it like that and it would be like viral. But at this time period, there's more than enough time to destroy that evidence. Fuck you, Meggy. Good. Thank God you fucking. that was quite cute. No. He's got a fucking family. Good choice, bro. That's crazy. You didn't give up fucking a few episodes ago. But yeah, good decision. Yeah. I'm just human. The classic saying. It's funny that it's a saying, isn't it? Just human. Yeah. As the show points out, we're the, well, obviously not in this universe, but we are the apex predators. Yeah, we are just humans. Might not be that way in this show for much longer, but we'll soon find out. Yeah, I feel like we need to get it into Miggy's head. See, that's the thing. He's always like looking out for himself and such, and his objective is not the savior of other people and humanity and blah blah blah. But surely there's like ways of getting Miggy to. I mean, he's practically got our dad hostage and Carano hostage and people that are close to Shinichi. The thing is, the more time goes by as well, the more I imagine Miggy can go off on his own when he releases himself from the hand and he is his like own entity. I imagine the longer time goes by, the more he gets quite proficient at that. And I reckon it might be the case of perhaps in the future he could spend hours, maybe even days away from Shinichi's body. I'm not sure about that possibility, but that would be quite scary, wouldn't it? Yeah, we need to put him in line. That's what I'm trying to say. We really need to make him scared of threatening Shinichi's father, because I would not be having that. I would not be having this. I mean, it's easier said than done. Much easier said than done, but there must be a way, right? Or some, just like have some acid on hand or something. Just say, Miggy, if you ever say that again, I'm gonna burn you down. Although, again, that's not even really too possible now, either, considering that Miggy is kind of part of his body, not just his arm. But that's just one of many. Like I said, there's that we see them as a government now. I don't think they're going to be stupid enough to let you kill them all one by one. If they underestimated a human, then that might be possible, but they know you're not just human. Although maybe Shinichi could get to a state where he can better them by just himself, with Miggy asleep. That's the only way I can see that happening, is if they all underestimate him. And I don't think they will now. Too late for that.
きないって顔じゃないよね。わけわかんない。待って、さとみ。
You don't get him. I don't get you. That was quite weird though. That almost felt like Parasyte behavior. I mentioned that a few times these last few episodes. That almost felt like Parasyte behavior from again, obviously we've been seeing the signs from Shinichi that he is getting more Parasyte like mentally and such, but that really was just like he was like pretending to do the like a Parasyte would pretend to do like human actions, like smile, wave. It's like yeah, it's just strange behavior. She's like 2 meters away from you and you're waving at her like that. Yeah, I don't know. I find that strange. Maybe you guys not so much. Yeah, that felt a little bit kind of off, didn't it? Again, it felt like a parasite trying to replicate a human rather than a human actually like smiling and waving. Just felt like there was no emotion to it. I don't know. Because she's got her reasons. She's different, bro. She's heavily outvoted here. She's built different, bro. Is why. That reminds me of what happened in Nier this week. I was watching the machine life forms. Slight spoiler here. The machine life forms learnt a bit of humanity, and they're all like one system in mind, and in control. Like there's one system that controlled all the machines, but because they got infected with humanity, they ended up having some of them. Somewhere in there, they ended up having differing like opinions, and because it all wasn't on that same page, that's led to the downfall of the machines. There might be something similar happen here, perhaps, where again they're all kind of. We know the parasites are all pretty much got the same survive, eat, and they're not exactly comrades. Again, they're cannibalize each other, but they've all got like the same instincts and such. And when that starts changing, and when you add that humanity in there, maybe we're getting that bit from Yoko. The goals differ, and they might see each other as enemies. So I wouldn't be massively surprised if we see Ryoko go against these just again for the sake of future parasites. Like in her mind, I imagine she's doing this all for the betterment of the parasites and such, and a good future again, which is very human-like, isn't it? Wanting a good future for like your offspring and such, and again maybe that comes from like the motherly stuff. But yeah, she's doing what's best for the parasites, and so the parasites are also doing what's best for the parasites, but they're still perhaps might go against each other. Like I said, I wouldn't be massively surprised to see her kind of become an enemy of that organization or leave it just to pursue her research. I'm not sure it will go that way, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. This fucking bastard. So what makes this guy so strong? What I'm asking. I reckon he's like the first. the first of the parasites or something. And now he's getting crazy dreams. Is that like Miggy's consciousness? They're like each of their own consciousness at the minute. Oh, you're a wanted man, Shinichi. Three. Is this an ideal location? What, you wouldn't wave back earlier, now you're shouting for him? It's like, I don't get this guy. How are we going to separate them? Wow. Like I said, maybe if he is without Miggy, he could take them by surprise. Oh, it's only the one guy. Oh, it is. Oh. Perhaps that's why this guy was so good at replicating that human smile and emotion. Maybe he's got, I don't know if this is possible, but maybe he's got 3 parasites in him. Maybe that's what made that guy really fucking, you know, the kind of half naked guy we saw take down the, say half naked, pretty much naked. The guy that we saw take down the Yakuza. They obviously didn't take down the full Yakuza, just like a branch or whatever, but perhaps that's why he's that powerful. Maybe he's got like multiple parasites within him or something. Again, I'm not sure if that is a possibility. I don't think we've ever heard any talk about that. Yeah, that might be the case. Maybe this guy's got a couple parasites that work together or something. Clutching at straws here, but perhaps that's why we mistook him for 3. Maybe it was just this one guy. Or perhaps it's got like the power of 3. I don't know. I don't really know how like the radar works for Miggy, but I imagine it's like a spot and then more. Yeah. I don't know. He is. But again, he's very good, isn't he? Very fucking good. Crazy, isn't it? What was the deal? Maybe he's got one in like one arm, another arm, and his leg or something. Perhaps that's what the deal is. Ain't no normal old man, is it? That is a normal old man. I've watched way too many horror movies to give anybody a ride like that. Although, in most horror movies, it's actually usually the victims that end up picking up. I kind of want to talk to this guy for a bit. What is his deal? If he wasn't... No, he is 3. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that is the case, okay. So he is Mickey. So how does it work with him? Is he like Shinichi here, or is he full controlled by Parasyte? Which one is it? Because he's got so much personality. Maybe it's again just because of the combination of 3 parasites learning at once. He's able to pick up on emotions and smiles and such so well. Even so, like, the parasites really do kind of suck at emotion. So again, is it the case that he's the same as Shinichi, whereas and Joe, I think his name is, where it's just like they took over each arm, and that's we see both of the arms change there, but not his head. We didn't see his head change, so that's a little tell. We usually see their heads fight, which I do find a little bit stupid about the parasites, to be honest with you. It's like their weak point, they fight with their weak point, which is you could see that as stupid. You could see that as genius as well. The fact that they turn their weakest point into a weapon. I actually think the weakest point is their heart. I think they might have said, to be honest, but the head has always been a human weak point. So again, it's stupid in a way to fight with that, but it's also quite genius because you make it harder to attack because you're attacking with that, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think he's actually human, but he's got a parasite in each arm, and then I don't want to say this, but I don't think it'll be in one of his legs because he fumbled when he got out that truck earlier. Do you reckon it's in his dick? Do you reckon this third parasite is in his dick? That would be quite hilarious to see. Maybe it's his body. Maybe it's his chest and both arms or something like that. A happy family. So yeah, thanks for watching. We have got another episode coming up in this video, so I'll get straight over to that in a minute. But yeah, really good episode here. I like the reporters now at the story. Good decision there from him. I'm hoping he's already got involved, but I'm hoping he could be spared by like Ryoko and such. But yeah, Ryoko. Apologies, guys. I inhaled a bunch of dust or something. Shinichi is now a wanted man by pretty much a Yakuza-like organization in the Parasytes after he took out one of theirs in their feeding spots. So yeah, should be quite a lot of tension towards the end here with that whole situation going on. But again, the most interesting part for me, apart from the Ryoko stuff, again, still fascinated by her character and can't wait to see where that goes. But this guy here, how does he work? And it seems if he is human like Shinichi, he has taken the complete opposite stance to Shinichi, and actually maybe he's one of those guys where it's like if you can't beat him, join them, and it's like these parasites are going to be the future of the world, and he doesn't see anything but them taking over, so he just decided, yeah, I'll side with them, I'll survive, I'll side with them, which eventually might not be the smartest thing to do, but he's an ally to them, so as long as he doesn't want to go against them, he'll be fine. But if I was a Parasyte, I would always be quite wary of this guy. But yeah, he has seemingly got the power of 3 Parasytes. I'm not sure how much more powerful that makes him, but you can imagine quite a bit. Again, it's unusual that he wouldn't fight with his head, so that, again, like I said, I think that tells me that he has got a human head, but maybe just like the rest of his body is Parasyte. Who knows? But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And we'll get straight into episode 16. EI Agency. Oh. So they are clearing this up, as expected. That's a shame. He decided not to get involved. At least they didn't show their bodies. Wow. It was too late. It was always too late. As soon as he decided to work with Ryoko, yeah, it was done from then, wasn't it? It was always going to be a loose end that needed cleaning up. We didn't hear her in the anime talk about the PI, but I mean, you can imagine she told that whole group about her deal with the PI and such, so. Fuck's sake. What a lovely way to start the episode, huh? Feeling a little girl and her mum. Do you know what I really fucking hate? Leeches. And I've never experienced one, like leeches and parasites in real life. Again, I've never seen one or anything, but just from what I've seen online from like nature videos and such, something about just their existence that really fucking irritates me. Just how disgusting they are. Like, I'm fine with most insects. Like, I find most insects pretty cool. I don't think they're classified as insects, or I don't really know what they're classified as. But again, something just like the nature of them, just something really just. I mean, there's a reason humans use like leeches and such as like an insult to people. Yeah, just something really disgusting just about them. Just want to see them wiped out, which is like very. It's interesting to think about that, isn't it? Like, I feel such hostility towards them. It's and for almost no reason, but I just like I hate the thought of if I do go like abroad somewhere and I like go in some water and I just get like some parasites enter my body, and just like live off me. It's just something. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone can say there's something don't sit right about that, but just something that really just gets to me about that. I'd fucking hate the thought of that. I think it comes from like this video I saw of this guy. I think it's in like a rainforest or something, and he got like a leech or something in like the back of his eye, and they had to take out. And yeah, it's just nasty stuff, isn't it? I think that's a bit of a genius of like the design of the parasites and such. They are just so inherently unlikable. Even without knowing of the parasites, you can just hear that word and just think disgusting, gross, destroy it, kill it. Well, there's a little crazy laugh. Maybe. So he is full Parasyte. Okay. So he's good at it, isn't he? He's a fucking good actor. Which is, again, very scary. Interesting. Interesting. They haven't picked up on what he just said there, have they? Although there was always a danger of becoming a human experiment if caught by humans for Shinichi, but it looks like it'll be the same for the parasites as well. Though in a dead manner. Although I imagine humans would want to keep him alive, but yeah, to die, I don't think they'd mind doing that either. You just had a nap, Miggy. I did mention that earlier as well, didn't I? The fact that he fell over after jumping out. Perhaps he's just pretending. He's good at pretending. We know that. He's good at pretending to be a human. So perhaps he's also and yeah, look at this shit. He's pretending. He's pretending to fucking fall on his legs like that. Or maybe not. Maybe he's not. Maybe they are distributed just in the upper half of his body. But it's so... I feel like he's tricking us. That's the smart thing to do, right? Pretend your weakness is your legs. That was quite a funny scene there, wasn't it? So it was a trick. Ah. Maybe it's just his feet. Maybe his feet are the only parts not. Huh. Interesting. You know, that makes sense as well. The fact that if there is 3 parasites, again, I assume there would all be I don't know why. You just assume, like I said about like the machines earlier, that they'd all be merged into like one consciousness. But I guess, yeah, I guess each area of the Parasyte would have their own consciousness and their own kind of. Again, we know that they've all got mainly the same desires and such, so it works well. But again, maybe we saw he blocked his own attack there. I do just want to go back and watch that, to be honest. We saw him block his own attack there because obviously they've got different minds of where to attack and such. So yeah, interesting. I mean, he's decent. This is a bit too much. He's going a bit overboard with the laughing now, but he's a fucking good actor. This guy, isn't he? It's scary to think. This is maybe there's more out there like this guy just going about doing their business totally unchecked, not even any suspicion on them at all. Got lucky there, didn't he? Very lucky.
確かに初めは驚かされたが、案外見かけ倒しかもしれん。だといいんだけど。まず規制部分だが、頭と両腕以外にも広がっている。さっき切りつけた足も人間のものではなかった。まさか。だがいずれにしても頭が司令塔には違いない。両腕の動きからは独自の感情が感じられないからな。来たぞ。何度でも逃げてやれ。いい場所があった。あの林に入れ。
The good thing is as well, it's not like we have to. This kind of reminds me of the Iron Maidens from Resident Evil 4, but different. Like in that, you have to kill like certain like hearts of it. With this, he's still only got one heart, even though he's got 3 parasites. We just take out his heart and it's done, right? Ah. Okay. Okay. So that's why the head doesn't. I'm going for a decap. Probably best in this situation, yeah. I do love an Iron Maiden from Resident Evil 4 as well, by the way. And I can't remember what the original name for him is. Yeah, they're terrifying back in the day. Nice. Smoothly done. Still gonna be attacking. Shit. Now it's a different. So he's just took. So it is. And now they're all one. Five? What the fuck's the deal with this guy? Wow. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh shit, what the hell? Oh shit! So, oh fuck! This is him! So earlier when they were talking about Mickey, when he said he'd let Mickey handle it, he was still handling it, but he wasn't awake and he wasn't in control. Fuck. Oh shit. Well, this is terrible. Because you know this guy is a fucking monster. We saw what he done to the Yakuza. I'm pretty sure we see him in the opening, but I could be wrong about that. He definitely, just from the fact that we know he's got 5 parasites in him, he definitely seems like he might be capable of what we do see from that monster in the end of the opening, but... Okay, you got me there. You let Mickey handle it, hey? Oh boy. Well, to be honest, I can only really see us losing here after this. What hope do we have? Jesus. Speed of sound Sonic. Joe, this guy reminds me of a little bit. It reminds me of I can't remember the name of it. Is it T2000? No, I don't know. The liquid Terminator from Terminator 2. Just like facially. Don't get me wrong, the Parasytes and him all have similar expressions, but this guy more than the others reminds me of him. Yeah, he's changing his whole physical to be as fast as possible. You're not done yet. This fucking guy. Get faster! Fucking fart sounds from Miggy. Also, sorry. Also reminds me of Yuppie from Hananda a little bit. With the arms and the... Yeah. Have you guys looked down? Are you guys looked at what you're looking at? What do you mean, are you okay? What is up with these guys? How can you be so stupid? There's a monster in front of you. Jeez. As a father that just lost his child and both right there. Poor guy. Again, I can't really blame him too much. Like I said, he was always going to be on the chopping block as soon as he took the job, and it's not like he would know how dangerous this job is right from the off. I mean, he should have got out sooner, but even if he did, like I said, I feel like he would have got killed anyway. Or his family would have. And him likely as well. Survive. The instinct all animals have. I think. Pretty sure about that. And though that's a sensitive conversation here, but that is also what makes humans quite distinct. I mean, there's a lot that makes us distinct, but the instinct to survive. I think all animals have that. I think there are animals that can have like depression and such as well, if I'm correct. But I'm not sure there's many. I think there is more than just humans, but I think humans are one of the obviously the most in most cases are pretty much the only animals to take their own lives and to end themselves and to I guess have the opposite of that survival instinct. I think there's a few around. Again, I don't really know. I'm not like 100% on all this information or anything, but just from like what I picked up over time, I think there are perhaps other animals that do that as well, but not many at all. And humans, again, there's large cases of that unfortunately isn't there. So as much as every animal has got the instinct to survive, humans are one of the rare animals that also have people that go totally against that. It's always a shame, isn't it? I think it's quite interesting because we see ourselves as so much like higher than other animals and our society and such, but it's also our society that breeds that into people as well, isn't it? That makes people do that. I wonder if there'd be that much of that if we were all just like again back in like 2,000 years ago and everything was proper primal. Maybe as humans we need to stop progressing and actually go back. An interesting point, isn't it? Let's hope they haven't cleaned him up. You are in danger. I'm not sure that is going to make him want to leave. To be honest with you, I feel like that was the wrong thing to say. Oh, you will leave. I don't know if I believe him though. I feel like as a guy, you'd want revenge on whoever killed your fucking wife. That guy said it right there. Let's avenge their deaths.
シーではない。
でもこれで何回目だ？
夢で会うのは16回目だよ。
Again, I imagine this is just their consciousnesses coming together.
現実世界のミギーとは似ても似つかない姿だな。
君は毎回同じことを言う。私だって君が現実世界の新一の形には見えないぞ。
なんだ、もう行くのか？
君の体に溶け込んだ私の 30% の細胞たちとはどうやっても連絡できないことが分かった。これ以上夢の中であってもしょうがない。第一、今現実の世界で我々はのんびりしていられない状況なんだぜ。
そうだっけ？
目覚めれば思い出すよ。
ミギー、あれ、なんだっけ？
Very interesting. We didn't. I might go back to the last episode because I never really had a great look at. I don't think there was too much to actually assess from. Well, that's the wrong way to say it, but we didn't see much of Shinichi's design from his dreams. It looked kind of like a melted kind of ish face, and perhaps that's his. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's his like body melting, and he gets more. I'm not sure I'm holding my face like that, but he gets more melted, and perhaps Miggy gets more kind of like human. I think it's again it represents their changes, like Miggy becoming more human and Shinichi becoming more of a monster. But it's kind of them kind of melding. Like Shinichi was a normal person, Miggy was just a small bag of bones, I guess you could say. And now Miggy's bag of bones has become more human-like in shape, as we see here. Still monstrous. Not near. You would be forgiven if you didn't look at the head. You'd be forgiven for thinking this was just a human skeleton. And yeah, he gets more human in look, and Shinichi is obviously becoming more monstrous. But it's also again the fact that it's actually melting, so it's not just like Shinichi's become a monster and Miggy's going to become a human. Eventually they're going to kind of meld into one, and I think this is their kind of consciousnesses coming together right here. And yeah, I think this is just again just showing us what the evolution is inside and outside. Pretty cool. This is what I understand from this anyway. Again, I could be totally wrong, so please do let me know. But I think I'm on the right track with that. I'm also wondering if do you reckon the PI agent is going to give Shinichi up? I think he probably will. I think he'll say Shinichi's like a good parasite helping humans. But I wonder what the government will make of that. That'll be really interesting to see. As you guys know, I'm quite fascinated with how the government's going to handle all this. I think Miggy knows what's going on here as well, to be honest. Shinichi doesn't quite understand it yet, though. That was just stupid. Yeah. And that's going to be tough considering he's probably in witness protection. This is why Ryoko is different from you guys. You're primal is what the deal is. You're stupid. You're just a stupid parasite. She's a bit of a genius, actually. Revenge, perhaps.
田村玲子協力者よくユミ敵はきっとこの手で田村玲子
As I said, I could very much see Shinichi's dad doing something similar to this, perhaps. I've been right about quite a few things this episode, haven't I? The fact that she's probably now going to become an enemy, even though she's just doing what's right to these parasites. I think that, again, they're so primal and so focused on their survival. Any threat to that, like Ryoko experimenting and leaving these things, would pose a threat to them, and they've got to get rid of that threat, haven't they? But I think this is a show. It's one of those shows where it's actually like I'm not usually a person to actually read so much out of an anime, especially on like a first watch when I react to it on here. Although with this series I do kind of pause a lot and do try and think about it quite a bit. I'm not usually one to actually pick up on a lot of stuff and pick up on like subtle kind of clues and interesting ideas and such, but I think this show makes it really accessible to do that, to be honest with you. It presents it in a way where you can think about it and come out with a good outcome, whereas I think a lot of shows, especially like shows that are kind of considered like masterpieces, I feel like a lot of people consider like show. I struggle to really think of an example, to be honest with you, but I think some shows can try and be kind of too smart about that stuff and actually have you like do loads of research and stuff. But again, this show is actually kind of like accessible to understand a lot of its interesting points. Maybe that's because it's on the topic of like human nature and such, and everyone's a human, so everyone can relate to that. I don't really know, but I think this is written very well in that regard. Where again, you can take it all like surface level and such, but there is a lot of interesting stuff if you do kind of look a little bit deeper into it. That's probably where I've come to a lot of these conclusions. Which is crazy because she is actually like a parasite. She is not even part human at all. Damn, asking the big questions there. That's something he would ask himself. Why am I born? What happens when I die? Stuff like that. Why was I born? Why were we born? Is she talking about the baby there in that sense? Like, why was I born? Why were we born? Why was this baby I just birthed born? That's the thing. I don't think these parasites reproduce at all, do they? They are just their own existence. Like they say that like they work towards a future for like parasites and such, and that's what she is working towards. But I could very much understand her question that, because with no reproduction, you've got nothing to like. We don't. Again, we only saw in the first episode. I don't think we've seen anything from it since. But like the spore things, when does that happen? What makes that happen? Yeah, we don't know fucking anything about that. She doesn't know anything about that. She was just born. But again, humans have that whole thing of like, we work towards the future for our kids and to reproduce and to have a good future for our kids and such, which doesn't seem to have gone too well for my generation. Yeah, with all the price and the fucking problems and such, it's not been great. But you got to appreciate people trying. But yeah, like what ends to this have? Like they're trying to improve things for parasites, eating grounds and so on, but where does that get you ultimately? It helps you survive, but like what future do these guys have? Imagine if there is like no more spores or anything, no more parasites come down, it's just these guys are the set amount, and eventually they'll just go extinct if that is the case, right? Unless they do get ridiculously powerful and take over. But then if that happens, they'll run out of humans. It's kind of an interesting point of a movie, I think it's called Daybreakers, with the guy from Jurassic Park and The Omen, Part 4, I think it is, or part 3. I forget his name. I'll get it up quickly. But yeah, a movie called Daybreakers is it's a vampire movie. It's set in the future. It's got some big time actors now. I remember loving this movie, but I never heard anyone talking about it. I had this. It's funny. I came to watch it. One of my dad's mates ended up like giving him a bunch of like pirate DVDs, I think, and it was one of those. Daybreakers. And yeah, that's how I got to watch this. Not Russell Crowe. Fucking Russell Crowe. What am I on about? Yeah, so Ethan Hawke, that's the one. Willem Dafoe, Sam Neill. It's got a lot of great actors in there. It's a vampire movie essentially, about the future. But in the future, with these vampires, humans are kind of becoming extinct. The sources of blood is becoming kind of extinct. So they try and feed like pig blood and other animals' blood, but obviously it's just not quite the same as human blood. And it's pretty much about that, dealing with humanity going extinct and such. I thought it was a really interesting, good movie, to be honest with you. So definitely check that out if you're a fan of vampire movies. But yeah, it's kind of similar here. If they do get their way, eventually, I mean, I don't think there's that many of these parasites, but eventually, they're going to run out of humans. So perhaps maybe that's another outcome Ryoko can come to. She's questioning why she and why these are. I'm not sure she'll come to this conclusion, but it is a possibility of that we need humans so they can breed more humans. That seems like a pretty realistic possibility. But there's something really different about her that I feel like as much as she is pure parasite, maybe she can become human without any human in her. I don't know. It just is something really different about her, isn't there? We'll carry on the episode though. I don't want to get too stuck up on that point, but there's a lot of interesting thoughts on that, isn't there? Let me know what you guys think might come out of this. Okay, so Dad did leave. Okay, good. Good. I guess I got it wrong on who would be getting revenge there. Konbanwa.
私たちが発する最も強い波長は殺意、あるいは敵意だからな。
The thing is, I'm not sure how powerful she is either. I'm not sure we've really seen her fight, have we? Maybe there was a slight fight with Shinichi, but I don't really remember it. I don't have too much hope for her in a fight with 3-on-1 here. Which would suck, because like I said, she's a fascinating character. You know what I do find weird? I've never questioned the visuals in this opener. I'm not really sure what to make of it still. Oh, he's got the baby. Wow. I wonder what happens next time. The Dying Detective, eh? The Adventure of the Dying Detective. Yeah, I do find it quite strange I've never questioned this opening. I think these are just like normal people, right? Random normal people. Yeah, I think I was watching. I almost thought they were all like victims, but I don't think that's the case. So yeah, I think I was watching. Again, lots of interesting stuff here. Again, I could like endlessly talk about Ryoko. I think she's got so many possibilities with her character. I think she's super well written. I really like her. One of my favorite, maybe my favorite character in the show, to be honest with you, Ryoko. I think she's absolutely fascinating. Let's get more of that boob shot. Yeah, breastfeeding her child like this, she could just easily like. I mean, she's come to understand the human body, and she still has got the human anatomy and such. So imagine this thing if she had the kid and she's still got. You get the milk in the breast. I don't really know how it works, but you get the milk in the breasts when you just have a kid and such, don't you? So her body's telling her to do that, and she's listening to it. But you could just be again just cold and just like squirt it in or something. It sounds terrible. Or again, just, what I was thinking is just get a bottle and feed it like that, but. She does seem to quite care for this kid, and again, the changes she's going through is really interesting to see, isn't it? She's now essentially a bit of an enemy of these parasites. Like they've come to see her as an enemy. Looking forward to seeing this revenge here. Again, I don't think it's going to end well for him, but yeah, just lots of interesting stuff here. The whole consciousness of Shinichi. Again, I've talked about it enough, so I won't go on too much longer. But yeah, a nice fight scene for the first half of the episode as well, of course. Do let me know what you guys thought about this one though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Like I just said, definitely let me know what you guys thought of this episode and a few of the points I went on with Ryoko. And yeah, I'll be fascinated to hear what you guys have to say. Again, thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day, guys.